The National Honor Society would like to thank Edwina Brewer, the food service staff, Ed Blackburn, the custodial staff, as well as Cindy Whitman, without whom this evening would not have been possible. Before we continue with the program, I would ask that you turn off all cell phones. Other than perhaps graduation, this evening's ceremony is the most important gathering of the school year because the National Honor Society is one of the oldest and most prestigious organizations for high school students in the country. Marion Harding's chapter of the National Honor Society was established in 1925, joining chapters throughout the country that, since 1921, have inducted over 7 million student members. In order to be eligible for membership, students must first meet the scholarship requirement established by the National Honor Society and its national constitution by having at least a 4.5 cumulative GPA. Candidates are then evaluated on the basis of service, leadership, and character. These characteristics are described in your program. The purpose of the society is to honor scholars who are leaders of good character and who serve by using their talents to benefit others. Mr. Schmidt will present the symbols of the National Honor Society. Mr. Schmidt?
Thank you, Clay. The emblem which is on your program is highlighted by the keystone and flaming torch. The torch, from earliest times, has been the emblem of wisdom or the eternal light of knowledge. The lighting of this torch symbolized the lighting of your torch as you accept the responsibility of going on to future accomplishments, with the accompanying obligations and responsibilities. At the base of the keystone are the letters C, S, L, and S, to represent the virtues of character, scholarship, leadership, and service, which are symbolized by the 4 unlighted candles. Now, in modern times, this society looks upon education as a total product measured by the 4 dimensions of life. 4 of our National Honor Society members, Lily Jansen, Madeline Motes, Madison McInnes, and Alexis Toombs, will review the 4 qualities of membership. Lily?
What are your values, your aspirations, your morals? What drives you to wake up every day and do what you have to do? This makes up the foundation of who you are and why you're striving for your goals. But most importantly, it makes up your character. Having a good, strong character will define your success, but should also recognize your failures. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. It just matters how many times you try to fix it and not give up until you succeed. A person with good character drives towards the success even after failures, as to others who will just settle with failure. No true genius will ever tell you that he's never failed at something, but certainly kept working at it until he accomplished it. Hard work will always pay off and will show you determination, and being determined is definitely something a person with good character has. Integrity is another factor in one's character. Integrity is who you are when no one's watching. I believe this is crucial to identifying who you truly are. You can be generous, you can say you're kind, generous, you're thoughtful behind a screen or in front of people, but what is undocumented and unrewarded shows honest, raw character. You don't always have to do good deeds just for other people to see. You should do it because that's what you want to do and that's who you are. But people will also know you as by your actions and not your words. And that's why you should stay true to yourself and always do what you think is right, because no matter where you are, who you're with, or what you're doing, showing your true character wherever you go, you can tell someone that you care for others or that you're generous or kind. But if there's no actual substance behind your words really don't mean anything. Other people can definitely shape your character, and I believe that National Honor Society is a great character-building association. It surrounds you with people that has good character traits as well, and it will challenge you and help you build on your own. You can always find room to strengthen your character. Having a Good character isn't something that you can be passed down. It's not something that you can get just after doing one good deed. You can't get it genetically. Your character is a project that you will continue to build on for the rest of your life. Life is what you make it, and so is your character, so let's keep building.
Thank you, Lily. Maddie?
When I chose to talk about the pillar of scholarship, I honestly had no idea what I was going to talk about. After taking a while to think about it, I finally decided I knew exactly what I was going to stand up here and say. Scholarship is not focused on grade point average, class load, or rankings. A true scholar isn't limited to a student who hangs on every last word their teacher or professor says. It's not the student with straight A's and the top of their class. A true scholar is the person who goes the extra mile every day. Grades, GPA, and class rank are all numbers we use to define and compare ourselves. These are just numbers that only have significance because we let them. A true scholar is a person who takes the information they learn in a classroom environment and expand upon it, applying it to every aspect of their lives. It's the students who take the information they're given and run with it. The students who take it upon themselves to learn more and grow, not only as a student, but as a functioning member of society. Looking around at my fellow members and inductees here tonight, I can confidently say I'm surrounded by genuine scholars. Congratulations, inductees, you all have certainly earned it.
Thank you, Maddie. Maddie Motes?
Oops. Hello, I'm Maddie, and I'm here to talk to you guys about leadership. Leadership is not just a title. It isn't just being elected president, governor, or secretary. It's helping others without expecting to receive something in return. Being a leader is not just the words captain, or manager, or principal that you can put on a resume. It's showing compassion and holding the desire for others to succeed. It's sharing knowledge. Leadership is making the best decisions you can under given pressure. Leadership is when the people you seek to help come up to you and say that you're doing a great job, not because you are their leader, but because it's what you did with that position that mattered. Leadership is who you are, not what you're called. I remember when I became color guard captain last year, I was terrified. What if they didn't like me? What if I couldn't be a good leader? We all know we think how to be a leader before we actually have the responsibility that comes with that. But when you're actually given the title, not everything can be as it seems. You have to work hard. So many doubts ran through me my first year of leadership, but the one thing I know I did right is that I cared. I got better, and I learned how to be a good leader. I cared about doing my best, and now I can confidently say that I am their captain. Not just in title, but through my actions. And the road to that position was rocky. And yours will be too. Now that you are in NHS, you are all leaders. National Honor Society is built on 4 pillars of leadership, scholarship, service, and character. Even more specifically, it's built on individuals with compassion, passion, and confidence. You are all here because you have demonstrated these quintessential qualities of great leaders. You all have them within you, and whether you have utilized them before or not, all I ask is that you try. As NHS members, you try every day to bring other people up with you so they can soar, because that is what great leaders do.
Thank you, Maddie. Lexi?
When inducted to National Honor Society, one is required to fulfill 4 different key characteristics of what is expected from them as a scholar: leadership, character, scholarship, and service. We are defined as these characteristics because we are already seen demonstrating these concepts. Service is performing a selfless act to create a better outcome. Many may not participate in service or even to begin think about performing a service-type action because they themselves will get nothing in return. Most high schoolers would see community service as an inconvenience. Performing a community service action may interrupt your gaming time, your sleeping time, and perhaps even your socialization time. Because service is belittled to most high schoolers, we as scholars need to take action in helping out not only our school, but also our own community and our surrounding communities. Every high schooler attending Harding High School has participated in a community service activity because we take part in United Service Day. This day is designated to service-filled activities and building our community to something much better than it was before. Being in National Honor Society and participating in CLE Club, I have realized that I am not only helping out those in need, but it also helps me build my character and create a positive appearance. We are all here now to continue to take pride in being a leader, build your own and unique character, continue to be such a great scholar, and to begin taking part in as many selfless acts as you possibly can. We have proven ourselves worthy of these 4 characteristics, but it doesn't stop now. As you go through the rest of high school, start your college adventure, and potentially continue in the workforce, you should carry these ideas with you. Because everyone here has been inducted or are about to be inducted into National Honor Society, you are taking a step toward a new journey of high school and are creating a new mindset. Service is viewed as an attitude, so what can you, as a student, do to take action in your school or community and perform such a selfless act?
Thank you, Lexi. Now that the candidates understand these symbols, Ms. Musbach, will you administer the pledge?
Good evening and welcome to Harding High School's induction ceremony. Inductees, will you please stand? Please raise your right hand. Do you promise to continue to try to excel in character, scholarship, leadership, and service as you have thus far in high school? If so, answer, I do. In your program is the National Honor Society Pledge. Please read this with me. I pledge to maintain high scholastic standing, to endeavor intelligently and courageously to be a leader, to give of myself freely in service to others, and to hold as fundamental a worthy and untarnished character, and to hold those of you who have now pledged themselves to uphold the purpose of this society and its high ideals of character, scholarship, leadership, and service are hereby accepted as members of the National Honor Society. Congratulations on behalf of the Harding High School staff, all of Marion City Schools, the Board of Education. I am certain your family and friends, and this community of which you will represent the best. Inductees, please be seated.
Each inductee will now receive his or her certificate and sign the Marion Harding National Honor Society Register. The new members will be introduced by Ms. Musbach. Certificates will be presented by Mrs. Pace, Mr. Panamarzik, Mr. Schneider, and Mr. Stone will preside over the registration book.
As each name is announced, we would ask that the parents, friends, and guests of the inductee please stand with your student as we recognize them. Please remain standing until your student receives their membership certificate and takes their place on the stage. You'll notice that they will receive a certificate, a candle to be lit shortly, and they will also sign the register for Harding High School's National Honor Society. This register is long-standing, and we hope that as service members and scholars, you'll return to us to find your name again someday. All of our names will be called in alphabetical order this evening. Kirsten Daly. Nicole Flock. Allison Green. Kyler Hall. Phoenix Johnson. Eric Campow. Lisbeth Martinez. Taylor Miracle. Michael Metzel. Brandon Neff. In absentia. Madison Shank. Leah Shipley. Allison Simon. Jaden Smith. Haley Stover. Anastasia Umlauf. Robert Vandeborn. Emily White. I'd like to now invite Mr. Stone. Mr. Stone will light the first candle from the lamp of knowledge. This light will be passed to all students to symbolize the receiving of the light. Each of you has received a lighted candle, a symbol of the flaming torch of freedom and knowledge. The world today, as never before, needs faithful and efficient leaders, and your school and community is looking to you to lead its students. May your light of leadership guide you now and in the years ahead. Please welcome the newest inductees to the Harding High School National Honor Society with a huge round of applause. Clay is going to offer you a closing. I would like to invite you, of course, as Clay offers the closing here, to take pictures, see the register that our students have signed, socialize with some of the best and brightest in this school. Clay?
I again wish to congratulate our National Honor Society inductees, and I especially want to thank all the families present tonight for helping us celebrate this tremendous achievement. Students, please save a few moments for a group photo. Thank you for coming. Have a safe trip home.